Good day everyone. Today we will be presenting about occupational safety and health and in Malaysia manufacturing industry. Occupational safety and health plays a very important role in today's industries because it helps protect workers from various hazards that exist in their workplaces. In Malaysia, OSH is governed by the Occupational Safety and Health Act 1994, which was later strengthened through the Occupational Safety and Health Amendment Act 2022. This amendment expands the responsibility of employers to cover almost all workplaces, including small and medium enterprises or SMEs. The manufacturing industry is one of Malaysia's most important economic sectors. In 2023, it contributed to 24.1% to the country's gross domestic product or GDP and provided millions of job opportunities. However, because the industry relies heavily on machinery, chemicals, and high-intensity labor, it is also highly exposed to various occupational risks. In this industry, there are four main types of hazard: physical hazard, chemical hazard, biological hazards, and ergonomic hazards. According to the Department of Statistics Malaysia in 2022, there were 34,216 occupational accidents and 10,707 cases of occupational disease and poisoning reported. One of the most common occupational health problems is noise included hearing loss or NIHL. These hazards not only threaten workers' health and safety but also cause absenteeism, reduce productivity, and increase cost for employers due to medical treatment and compensation. Therefore, in this presentation, we will analyze the causes, effects, and control measure of physical, chemical, biological, and ergonomic hazards in Malaysia manufacturing industry. By understanding these risks and applying effective preventive measures, both employers and employees can work together to create a safer and healthier workplace. This effort also supports Malaysia's goal to promote sustainable industrial growth while protecting worker well-being. Let's move on to the next part of the presentation.
Today I like to present about biological hazard. Biological hazard are living organisms such as viruses and bacteria pose major health threats stemming primarily from three areas such as healthcare facilities, industrial workplaces, and vector-borne diseases transmitted by mosquitoes. Hospitals face risk from drug-resistant infections such as MRSA and CRSE and surgical complications, while workplaces are vulnerable due to poor ventilations and close contact. The impact is severe, demonstrated by the high mortality burden of the vector-borne diseases like dengue, which caused over 1,600 deaths between 2012 and 2002, and by the excessive strain placed on healthcare systems through prolonged patient stay and increases costs. Mitigation requires a comprehensive approach in tissues, must enforce strict hand hygiene and PPE protocols, and communications must eliminate mosquito breeding site, standing water, and utilize modern control methods such as release of infected mosquitoes. Proactive collective vigilance across all sectors is essential to effectively manage this biological risk.
Hello everyone, my name is Rubashini and today I'll be talking about ergonomic hazards which are common in workplace, especially in manufacturing where workers do repetitive tasks and physical works. Ergonomic hazards occur when workstations, tools or tasks are not suitable for workers, causing strain, pain and discomfort. Common causes including repetitive movement, heavy lifting, awkward procedures, long hours of standing or sitting, and poorly designed workstations. For example, factory workers who bend or twist repeatedly while assembling products can easily develop muscle strain or back pain. These hazards can lead to muscle pain, fatigue, and long term injuries such as work musculoskeletal disorders, which include problems like back pain, joint stiffness, and carpal tunnel syndromes. These issues can reduce productivity and increase medical costs for both workers and employers. To prevent this, we can adjust workstations, rotated tasks, allow rest breaks, Trained workers want proper postures and use support tools like lifting aids or belts. By applying this step, we can improve comfort, reduce injuries, and increase productivity in the workplace.
A very good day. I'm Sharvini and today I'll be talking about chemical hazards in Malaysia's manufacturing industry. Chemical hazards can occur when workers are exposed to harmful substances such as acids, gases or solvents that can cause injuries or illness. These hazards are common in manufacturing plants where chemicals are used for cleaning, production or maintenance processes. The main causes include poor storage of chemical, equipment leaks, lack of worker training and not following safety regulations. Exposure to these chemicals can lead to serious health effects such as skin burns, poisoning, and even long-term illnesses like cancer. Besides harming workers, it also can damage equipment and cause financial losses to the company. To control these risks, companies should eliminate hazards where possible, improve ventilation systems, conduct regular chemical health risk assessment or CHRA, and ensure all workers use proper personal protective equipment or PPE. By maintaining strict safety measures and awareness, we can prevent chemical-related accidents and create a safer workplace for everyone. Thank you.
Physical hazards refer to environmental factors that can harm workers without direct chemical or biological contact. Examples include excessive noise, heat, vibration, poor lighting, and radiation from industrial processes like welding. In the manufacturing sector, where heavy machinery and large-scale production are involved, these risks are almost unavoidable if not properly managed. One of the major causes of physical hazard is noise from machines such as stamping presses, conveyor systems, and cutting tools. According to Malaysia's occupational safety and health regulations, exposure to noise above 85 decibels for a long time can cause permanent hearing loss. That's why the Noise Exposure Regulation 2019 require employers to monitor sound levels, provide hearing protection, and conduct hearing tests. Next, we have heat stress, which is very common in foundries, welding shops, and food factories, especially in Malaysia's hot and humid climate. Without proper ventilation or cooling systems, workers may face dehydration, dizziness, or even heat stroke. Vibration from tools and machines can also cause muscle and back problems, while poor lighting can lead to eye strain and accidents. In addition, radiation from welding arcs or laser cutting can damage the eyes and skin if workers are not properly protected. The impact of these hazards is serious. For example, noises included hearing loss is one of the most reported occupational diseases in Malaysia's manufacturing industry. Exposure to excessive heat lowers productivity and increases the risk of accidents due to fatigue. Meanwhile, vibration and poor lighting cause musculoskeletal disorders, leading to absenteeism and compensation claims. Radiation exposure can even lead to long-term eyesight and skin damage. The good news is these hazards can be controlled with the right safety measures. First, engineering control such as noise barriers, machine maintenance, ventilation system, and vibration dampeners can help reduce hazards as the source. Second, administrative controls like a job rotation, regular rest breaks, and risk assessment help limit workers' exposure time. Finally, personal protective equipment, which is PPE, such as earplugs, cooling vest, anti-vibration gloves, and welding face shields provides extra protection. According to the Occupational Safety and Health Amendment Act 2022, every employer must perform risk assessment and implement hazard control measures in all workplaces including manufacturing industry. In conclusion, Physical hazard may be common in manufacturing, but they can be effectively managed through proper safety measures. By applying engineering, administrative, and PPE controls, companies can ensure their workers stay safe, healthy, and productive while complying with Malaysia's OSH laws.
In conclusion, occupational safety and health is important to protect workers in Malaysia's manufacturing sector. Hazards like physical, chemical, biological, and ergonomic must be controlled to prevent injuries and illness. Employers and workers should work together by following safety rules, using PPE, and creating a safe and healthy workplace for everyone. Thank you.